Sulu, Basilan, Tawi-Tawi, Maguindanao. Pinagtatapon namin doon para matanggal dito sa lugar niyo para hindi na makapag-operate ng droga. Sana nag-report kayo sa otoridad, alam sa chief of police.
Pinaalis na po kasi ako ng Antipolo nun, sir, kasi nga daw po, isusunod na akong papatayin.
Ayun. Kung natakot ka, sorry. Sorry kung natakot ka. Basta, you should have reported that to us para matanggal yung mga tao na yun. Thank you.
Mr.
Sige,
Chair.
ma'am, tinatanong ka lang namin kasi para lang may added details kami. Pero actually, ang aking request siguro, since si Attorney Shell Jokno, I think, parang dinidevote mo na rin naman sarili mo sa pagtulong sa mga ganitong klaseng victims eh. Pwede bang pakitulungan kami, gawa ng affidavit si Ma'am Gonzales para nandun na lahat, orderly yung kanyang kwento. Pwede ba yan, Attorney Jok?
Ang alam ko po, Your Honor, ay
patulungan
may
niyo kami.
abogado po siya.
May abogado siya?
Abogado po
Sino
sila.
po ang abogado niyo, Ma'am Gonzales?
Si Attorney Dino De Leon po.
Andito ba siya ngayon?
Wala po.
So, yan, sige, makiusap na lang po tayo sa kanya. Gawang kayo ng affidavit para at least alam na namin yung basic mo na kwento, pero kung mga detalye nandun din po.
Mr. Chair.
So with the permission of Senator Padilla, ladies first muna tayo. Sige, Senator Ontiveros.
Salamat kayo, Mr. Chair. Shukran, Senator Robin. Isa dagdag na detalye, Ms. Cristina. Sino naman po yung pulis na may-ari ng kotse na nililinis nyo para malinis yung dugo?
Kay Marlon Olaco po at saka kay Sir Baste, kung tawagin nga lang po niya.
Marlon Olaco at Sir Baste. Ano pong apelyido ni Sir Baste?
Yun lang po kasi yung alam ko dun sa sinasabi ng asawa ko.
Si Marlon Olaco ba ay pulis at si Sir Baste ay pulis din?
Opo, mga polis po.
So pareho pong pulis. Mr. Chair, kung pwede lang quickly matanong yung PNP resource persons natin, kung yung Marlon Olaco at yung Sir Baste, kung kilala nila, ay nasa active service pa. Kung sino pong pwedeng matanong sa PNP?
Hindi, mga retired na po to. Sino ang ating COMSEC? Sino ang from PNP ngayon na nasa HQ na invited natin? Na present?
Siguro, Chair.
Sige.
Baka sa susunod na
Yes,
hearing, Chair.
we will,
Opo, pwedeng ma-identify.
we will ask the PNP HQ to have also a representative here, but yung sa time gap natin, we will write them to confirm kung
Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Sige, Senator Padilla, what was your point?
Maraming salamat po, Chairman. Gusto ko lamang pong sundan yung sinabi ng ating pong resource speaker, si Ms. Cristina M. Gonzales. Yun po yung nilalaman po ng aking paunang salita kanina. Na tunay po talaga na nagkakaroon po ng paglilinis. Yun po yung sinasabi niya na pagka magpapalit po ng administrasyon, kaya po kanina, pinag-uusapan natin yung 2015 hanggang 2016. Kasi noong 2015 po, yun na po yung umpisa ng tinatawag nating paglilinis ng mga ninja cops. Kasi po papasok na po yung bagong administrasyon. Yun po yung sinasabi ni Ma'am Cristina Gonzales na tunay po na nangyayari yan sa underworld. Na kapag ganyan po talaga, napapasok na po yung isang administrasyon na meron po talagang political will na talagang durugin niyang drug syndicates at paglipana po ng droga. Talaga pong yung mga may alaga, yung pong mga tinatawag natin po talaga na talagang yung mga scalawags po talaga, talaga maglilinis po yan. Yun po yung sinasabi. Kaya po yung 2015, bago po pumasok si Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte, naglilinis na po yung mga tinatawag nating scalawags. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. So, narinig na natin yun. At least we have two real life incidents na namatayan po yung pamilya. We have nag-testify po sila ito under oath, no? But then, and then narinig natin from nabanggit yung programa ng paghilom. I think that is Father Flaviano Villanueva. Sige, Father, tell us what that is at anong ginagawa nun, and then because of your involvement dyan, ano naman ang iyong mga observations or conclusions? Father, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There are other witnesses po na kasama ko, and they also have tales to tell. And let me just recognize them. Arlene, Ellie, and Arsenia. Now, let me begin by being asked by an EU ambassador, what does a priest do with the victims? Ang tugon ko po dito, dalawang tanong niya. What does the priest do with the victims? And how can this madness ever take place? Ang una kong sagot ay, sa SVD, tinuruan kami na hindi lang magbahagi at magpatotoo sa katotohanan. The Word became flesh, and we seek the flesh and serve them in the flesh. The second was, I told the ambassador, for you to understand the drug war that took place from 2016 to 2022, you have to go back to Davao. And in that, I have a presentation. If it's ready, I'll briefly run through it as a guide, but not all. And do sa Davao, there are testimonies. Oh, in my presentation.
Father, keep your presentation within 5 minutes, kaya?
Kaya po.
Kaya, sige.
kakayanin.
Go ahead. Sige pa.
And in this presentation, let me say that these are from fact statement made in public. Hindi ko po personal to, but these are all made in public. And the second would be facts from my own experience and encounter. Let me begin by what the former president uttered in the next slide, please. Following the death squad would be the statement, they are saying that I'm part of a death squad. True. That is very true. I'm just pointing a point. Followed by, next slide, please. The other slide. If you are doing an illegal activity in my city, if you are a criminal or a part of a syndicate that preys on the innocent people of the city, for as long as I am mayor, you are a legitimate target of assassin. At ito po ay pinatutuhanan sa susunod na slide ni Arthur Las Cañas, who said, and I quote, Duterte is the lord of all drug lords in the southern Philippines. He is the most dangerous person in the southern hemisphere. End of quote. Another person na nagpatutuo po ay walang iba kung hindi si Edgar Matubato. Ang kanya pong winika ay, it was Mayor Duterte himself who recruited us. He was present when we were organized during a meeting at the Old Men Seng Hotel. He called us the Lambada Boys. Our work was to kill and only to kill. At the start of the Lambada Boys, actual killing served as our training to kill people who were defenseless and who were caught unaware. This is the Davao template. And moving forward, and just to sum it from the records made in public, meron po 1,000 hanggang, o at least 1,000 ang namatay sa 1998 to 2008. Moving forward, what did we discover in the DDS template? Let me provide 4 elements sa nakita ng mga testigo. And these 4 elements in the next slide would present to us, meron nakikitang shabu, 1 hanggang 3 sachet, kapiraso lang, hindi pang mayaman, panggamit at pambenta para maitawid ang pamilya. Hindi ko po sinasang-ayunan ang mga adik sa dahilang 15 taon din akong gumamit. At kaya ko po pinasok ang ganitong pagtatanggol sa mga inakasuhan na adik, naniniwala ako may pag-asa sila. Hindi dapat paslangin o pasabugin ang bungo. Pangalawang bagay na nakikita ay ang revolver. Meron mga patunay na ang revolver ay tampered. Ang revolver ay ginamit na 3 beses sa iba't ibang crime scene. Short of saying, recycled. Ang katawan ni Jonas sa susunod na slide, pangalan niya po, Jesus Jonas. Ito po ay nakita noong October 8, 2016. Ang sabi, as always, palaging sinasabi, nanlaban. At kung titignan natin sa pangalawa at susunod na slide pa, nariyan po ang pulis, ngunit kapansin-pansin sa susunod na slide na merong handcuff marks. May handcuff marks at ang kanyang mga daliri ay bali-bali na. Tanong lang simple, paano siya nakabulot at pumutok? Sa unang araw ng pagiging pangulo ng dating presidente, 39 po ang patay. Sa susunod na slide, bukod, ito po si Gilbert, masabi ko lang, Barker, pinatay habang nagtatrabaho. Sa first 100 days, in the next slide, we will see that there are at least 3,600 killed as part of the so-called accomplishment. The following slide would give us better numbers or more gruesome numbers. 39 killed on July 1. The number of daily killings averaged or peaked at 49 on what we have called a one-time big time. 33 was the average number of killed. There were 122 children, sinasabing collateral damage daw. 58 killed in a day and in 3 days. And let me just say, given this carnage and along with death-appalling statements instructing police to kill, this points to one thing. There is a mad killer or killers at the loose. If this is not addressed, then we are doomed.
Father, your 5 minutes are up, so okay na?
1 minute.
Can you wind?
Sir.
Yes, 1 minute.
Okay.
Say, go ahead.
Micah was killed, 3 years old. And ang kalungkot-lungkot na nabanggit ng ating ginagalang na senator, shit happens. Aldrin Pineda, ang tanong niya, bakit ako binaril ni Omar? And in the last 30 seconds, let me present sa 312 na sinabi ni Randy De Los Santos, nung lumalago na po ang programa ng 200, naggawa ako ng munting katanungan, ilan ang nagdodroga? Ang sagot nila, 120. Ibig sabihin, merong 80 walang kinalaman sa droga, inosente. Ang sunod kong tanong sa kanila, sino ang nagdodroga nung pinaslang o pinatay sila ng pulis o civilian police? Wala po nagdodroga sa amin nung pinatay sila. Ang isa pang magic number, 0. Sa kanilang salaysay, hanggang sa ngayon, ipaglalaban nila, walang pinaslang. Sino po ang mga principal? Alamin ho natin sa quad hearing. If I may just share.
Is that, Father? What is
These are
that?
the list
Sige,
of
go
the
ahead.
members
Sige.
that we have.
Members ninyo ng programa, apa, programa Paglihom.
329 names.
Ah.
Pinaslang lahat. Lahat ay may affidavit.
Mhm.
Lahat ay pwede magpatotoo. Lahat po ay may pamilya na wala ng breadwinner. At ngayon ay naghihikahos, ngunit lumalaban ang hangad, katarungan sa bansang makadiyos. Hindi dapat palakpakan ang pumapatay. Dapat ito kinakalinga at hinihilom. Marami po salamat.
Thank you. Father, ganito. Kaya kayo maraming alam sa issue na ito kasi kayo ang nagpapatakbo ng programa, anong name?
Program Paghilom po.
Program
Your Honor.
Paghilom. At dahil sa ikaw nagpapatakbo niyan, ano yung interaction mo? Doon sa 312 families o sa 200 families?
Both po.
Ilan? How many families ngayon
We have
ka-interaction mo?
312 families.
312 families yung ka-interaction mo kasi
Yes po.
namatayan sila lahat. Yun po.
Yes po.
That's why doon nakabase lahat itong sinabi nyo.
And that is in coordination with Randy De Los Santos being my field coordinator.
Kasi si Kian is one of the 312 na nakalista. Sige po. So, definitely organized na yung data ninyo. Tama?
Yes po.
Apo. So, can the committee request for your organized data?
We will, upon checking po with our lawyers, what we could share and what is highly confidential for their safety.
Ande, sa tanong marami na tanong. Ay naano ko lang yung itong nilalagay ko lang sa context yung bakit tinawag natin si Father Flavi as a witness. Kasi although hindi siya namatayan, hindi siya but 312 families ang inaruga nung kanyang organization na program paghilom at meron kang personal interaction with them. Okay, sige.
Salamat.
And then meron kang sinabi na, sabi mo, Senador, na sabi, shit happens. Sino yun? Are you referring to?
Yung po yung nabanggit ni Senator Go nung namatay si Micah.
So it's go. So Senator, go.
Sorry,
Senator?
my apologies.
Senator
De
Bato.
La Rosa.
Sige, as a matter of right, the Senator can react if he wants to.
Yes, Mr. Chair, thank you. I just would like to put in context. Paano ko sinabing shit happens? Indeed, I said that. Shit happens. Because sa amin sa police, sa military, during operations, when you don't have complete control of the operational environment, you expect shit happens. Yun nga, nangyari nga. Namatay yung bata, tinamaan yung bata. Talagang, for me, for us, shit happens. Nangyari yun. So what's the fuss? What's the fuss about blaming ourselves for... Sinabi ko, talaga nangyari. Hindi perfect yung operation. Hindi mo kontrolado ang environment. May tinamaan na bata. So, anong tawag ko dyan? Perfection happens? There's no perfect operations. Sometimes shit happens. That's what I say that. But that does not mean to degrade the soul, the departed soul of that child na namatay. Ang problema lang sa inyo, Father, you are trying to capitalize my words for propaganda purposes. That's very bad, Father. Masama po yan. Huwag niyong gamitin, you do not take the word out of context para i-propagandize yung isang issue. Ako, sinabi ko shit happens because I'm blaming myself as the chief PNP. Nangyari yung hindi dapat nangyari. Namatay yung bata, tinamaan. Really, shit happens. Pero, when the media presented it, when the media articulated it in their papers, wow, iba na. Bato is demonyo na yung bata parang masaya pa dahil lang namatay yung bata. Mali po yun, Mr. Chair. So,
Mr. Chair.
matanong ko lang si Father, when you said that you used drugs for 15 years, ano po yung drugs na ginamit mo, Father?
Shabu po, at bago pa mag-shabu,
Pare ka na noon?
syempre hindi pa ho.
Hindi ka pa pare.
Natural po.
So, 15 years. How old ka nag-start gumamit na Shabu?
Father, ako sagutin niyo.
Mr. Chair, simula po ako ng 16.
16.
Opo.
16 plus 15, that's 31. Kailan ka naging pare?
2006.
2006. How old were you? 2006.
31 ho.
31. So meaning, nasa loob ka pa ng seminaryo, gumagamit ka na
Meron
Shabu.
po akong tinatawag na relapse, Mr. Chair.
Relapse. That's good. I congratulate you for reforming your life.
Salamat
And being
po.
a good example, I congratulate you. You are a good example to this community.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Pero hindi po ako gumagawa at nagfa-fabricate o pinapalobo. When you said that you do not intend to hurt the feelings of the bereaved, by the word itself, you already did. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Well, depende sa inyo yan. That's subjective, Mr. Chair. Kasi sa akin, when I see shit happens, that's for us to blame ourselves. That shit happens. That is not intended for the people or the victim. And which, yeah,
Can we contextualize? Aminado naman si Senator Bato